You look at your final exam results, or you read the application requirements for your target college, and reality hits. You failed a core subject, or you chose the completely wrong academic track for the career you actually want. In the traditional school system, the penalty for this is brutal. You are forced to repeat an entire academic year, sitting through the exact same classes you already know, just to fix one or two mistakes. But there is a modular alternative designed specifically to bypass this rigid timeline: the National Institute of Open Schooling, or Nios. This is a legitimate Indian government-run educational board that operates completely parallel and holds equal weight to CBSE and state boards. It functions using two specific mechanisms: Stream 2 admissions and on-demand exams. Together, they allow you to test out of specific requirements on your own schedule. This official notification documents the pathway for immediate online admission under Stream 2. But read the fine print below. This explicitly targets unsuccessful students from recognized boards. It is off-limits to fresh candidates taking 10th or 12th grade for the first time. To step through this door, you must have already sat for a 10th or 12th grade board exam. It doesn't matter if you passed or failed, but you must have a prior exam attempt on record. This decision tree maps out the split. If you have no previous attempt, you are ineligible. If you do, you qualify for a highly specific set of alternatives. The board operates specifically as an academic rescue tool. If you find yourself needing a second chance or a sudden career pivot, this system lets you skip the mandatory waiting periods and turns a lost academic year into a targeted salvage operation. Let's look at how a second chance student uses this. Imagine you took your board exams and failed 1 to 3 subjects, staring down a full repeat year. A standard school would force you to sit through all 5 subjects again, making you retest on the material you already mastered. Nios solves this inefficiency with a policy called transfer of credit. This official documentation confirms you can use this facility to transfer up to 2 subjects where you achieved a passing grade of at least 33%. You bypass those exams by lifting the passing scores from your previous state or CBSE board and importing them directly onto your new Nios certificate. The trade-off is permanence. You lock in those exact marks. If you barely scraped by with a 33, you cannot try to improve it later without forfeiting the transfer entirely. That leaves the subjects you actually failed, and sometimes those specific classes are simply a bad match for your skills. Here, you apply a strategy called subject swapping. Nios offers an inventory of over 30 subjects. You drop the complex theory classes you failed and select new subjects to complete the 5. The math is highly favorable. Several of these alternative subjects weigh their grading heavily toward practical assignments rather than written theory exams. As this scale illustrates, you can swap a heavy traditional subject for an alternative where practicals account for 60% of your grade, leaving only a 40% weight on the written test. Combining the transfer of credit for your best subjects and swapping failed classes for practical-heavy alternatives, you mathematically engineer the path of least resistance to graduation. Now consider the career pivoter. This is a student who successfully passed 12th grade, only to realize they are missing a crucial prerequisite for their future. A commerce student decides to become a commercial pilot and suddenly needs math and physics. Or someone wants to sit for the NEET medical exams but lacks biology. In the standard system, you hit a wall. State boards generally don't let you pop in just to take one class. You'd likely have to enroll in a completely new stream for 2 years. Nios provides a bypass called single subject addition. With this bypass, you keep your established academic foundation and simply slot in the exact missing prerequisite you need. You maintain the 12th grade pass certificate from your original board. You then register with Nios exclusively for those 1 or 2 new subjects. Once passed, you hold a supplementary Nios certificate. Legally, combining this with your original diploma grants you the necessary eligibility to apply for those specific career licenses or entrance exams. This identical mechanism is also available for optimizers, students who passed but want to rewrite specific exams independently to boost their low marks for highly competitive college admissions. But this flexibility comes with a massive hidden cost: absolute self-reliance. Without the daily infrastructure of a traditional school, you must master complex subjects like physics or biology entirely on your own. Nios acts as a surgical tool to patch holes in your academic resume, but it only works if you have the extreme self-discipline to study advanced sciences in isolation. Ultimately, Nios offers a straightforward trade. You give up the institutional safety net in exchange for unparalleled academic flexibility. Because of that trade, it is a highly polarizing choice. Its value depends entirely on your learning style and the specific nature of your current academic crisis. To figure out where you stand, let's establish an evaluation framework. On the ideal candidate side, we have highly motivated students requiring immediate academic rescue and career pivoters targeting single subject additions. For these groups, the system saves years of redundant time and allows for laser-focused studying on exactly what matters. On the caution side, we have students who require enforced daily discipline and a classroom environment to function. Without a forced school schedule, the absolute freedom of the on-demand testing system routinely leads to severe procrastination, letting students delay exams until they fail repeatedly. There is also a significant trap regarding the subject swapping strategy we discussed earlier. Choosing an easy, practical-heavy subject to secure a quick passing grade might accidentally disqualify you from specific university degrees that demand rigorous traditional subject prerequisites. Before locking in any Nios subjects, sit down with a professional career counselor to map out the exact requirements for your target university or industry. Your past academic record does not have to dictate your future options. If you select the precise tools Nios offers and possess the discipline to execute the plan, you can successfully bypass the traditional roadblocks.